Okay, hello and welcome, Chris here, and in this video we're going to look at the Zen Video Creator, which is, probably my favorite tool out of all of the different softwares included in the Zen Titan software. And essentially Zen Video creates videos, and specifically it creates affiliate review videos much quicker and much more easily than has ever been possible before. So essentially it automates, and when combined with Zen Affiliate, it automates and basically takes something that would probably take you somewhere in the region of maybe dozens and dozens of hours and allows you to do it in just a few minutes. So the way the software works is it's preloaded with dozens of animation templates, and what you're going to do is import the campaign file, the product file that we made with Zen Affiliate, and export it on this campaign page here. We're going to import that file, and it's going to create our video, and then we're going to tweak a few settings, export the video and upload it to YouTube, and it's just that simple. Now you of course are going to want to download and install Zen Video, which you can get from the download page of the Zen Titan download page. You'll also need to install Adobe Air, which is a software tool, or kind of a tool which will allow you to run the software. And by the way, you can create a video from scratch, so you don't necessarily have to import that campaign file. You don't have to go and create a campaign here and import it into the tool, but it's just going to be much slower. So with that in mind, here's how to create videos with the Zen Video Creator. So the first thing, as I say, is you're going to want to create a campaign and add products to your clipboard, and then export it and create a campaign zip file. So here's one that I made earlier, the top virtual reality headsets for January 2017. So you're going to want to have a file like that, which is going to be 10 world's smallest travel pens, most rugged iPhone cases, whatever it is. You're going to want to have that campaign file that contains that information, and then you're basically going to want to import this file into the Zen Video tool, and then start using the 4 core pages, which I'll go through now. So this is Zen Video, and as you can see, it's divided into these 4 pages. We can save the projects we're working on. We can create a completely new project from scratch. But what we're going to want to do is to click on the Open Zip file, find that file that we've just exported from here, the campaign zip file, and open it up basically. And once we've opened it up, it's going to give us a quick preview of how our video looks. So you can see it's already looking pretty good. We have the title, pluses and minuses appear here, the image, the price, the position of the product in our kind of ranking. We've got a lot of kind of good stuff going on before we've even got started. But what we are going to want to do is to edit it, and there's a few ways that we can edit it. Essentially, we're going to go over to the project settings page, the product page, the animations page, and then finally the preview page, which we're on at the moment, and kind of export it when we're happy with it. So firstly, go over to the project settings page, and by the way, you'll essentially be darting back and forth between these 4 pages. So the project settings page, the first thing we can do is we can upload our own MP3 file, or we can choose an MP3 file from one of the ones that are preloaded within the royalty-free ones that are preloaded within Zen Titan. I think we actually give you 8 here, all royalty-free, that you can use. As I say, you can import your own MP3 file, and as I've mentioned in the previous video, within that zip file there's also a text file, which is like all the spun text from all of your products. So you can see here, what you can do with this is you can give this kind of cleaning up, tweak it a bit, and then give it to a voiceover person on Fiverr or wherever, get them to record this voiceover, and then you can basically synchronize that voiceover, upload it here, with the upload MP3, and then have that voiceover play as your video plays. So introducing the top VR headsets, January 2017. at number 4, the Samsung Gear VR, etc., etc., etc. And you can kind of synchronize it, and it's just a very, very quick and easy way to have a voiceover go over your professional video. So, as I say, that's the first thing you can do, is change the audio file. The second thing you can do is change the background color. Now, you'll notice the background color is currently blue, perhaps not the best kind of look. You can change it to another color, so for example black, which does look better. But I think the ideal, really, what you want to do is to use an image file, a background image file. And if I click on the library button, you'll see that we've basically given you several of these to use, and you can see it automatically looks better. So again, these are royalty free, and you just need to click on the library icon and then choose a background image you want to use. You can also change the default text color, although personally I think white on a dark image is what's going to look good. Now let's go over to the products page, and on the products page you can see that we have the list of all of the products that we entered, that we imported. You can see we've got the rating, we have the name of the product, the type, the price, and then kind of a brief summary. We can remove products, we can add a new product here by clicking add product. Let me just remove that. We can also reorder products by clicking and dragging over here. What's cool though is we can click on a product and then we get a preview of it, and we can go in and edit it. So if I just click here and just drag down, you can see all the information that we entered previously appears here. This is everything that we entered on the research page. So if I just go over to the research page here, you'll see that this is basically what we entered here is now appearing on this page here, which has been imported from our zip file. If you did watch the zip file video, the campaign file video. So we can edit all of that. One thing you may want to do, in particular if you're using a voiceover, is you may want to edit the timing, the length of this slide. So it's currently set to 10,000 milliseconds. 1,000 milliseconds is a second, so this is 10 seconds long, this slide. You can also change the background color, the background image, and also the text color, although I suggest that you leave these the same for every slide. So let me just change this to, for example, 1,000 milliseconds, which is going to make this video insanely quick. So you can see it's actually too quick, but I did that deliberately. So let's set this to something a bit more reasonable. Let's say 5,000 milliseconds, and you'll see that it will move much slower. Let me also just change this to, let me just put the word new in there, and again you'll see that kind of change just appear there. We can change the price. Let's make it $6,000. You can see that also changes, and we can change the rating as well. Another thing that we can do, if I scroll down, is we also have this ability to import a video, and I did talk about this as well, that we have this option on the research page, a YouTube Creative Commons link. So if you do want to go and find a video on YouTube as Creative Commons, someone may be demonstrating the Samsung Galaxy VR, load it up in a tool, chop that video up and maybe get like a 20-second snippet of someone playing with it, and that can be useful and can kind of spice your video up. And again, this is something that I do talk about in the quick start guide. Off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure where. I think it's actually within this section on the research bit. Yeah, it's going to be around here. So here we go. So page 21. You can grab a tool called Free Video Cutter, which will then allow you to you can download a video from YouTube, cut it up with Free Video Cutter, and then import it here as a video into one of these slides. So anyway, just to go through all that again, you can edit the information here, change the timing here, click update to get a new preview of what you've just done. If you're not happy, click cancel, and if you are happy, then click save. You can do that for each of the products. Now let's go over to page 3, which is the animations page. And you'll notice a few things about this page. We can hover over each of the animations and it will then start playing. And what you can also do, if I just kind of show you, we've got this timeline, okay? So this is like a new feature for our video creation tools. We have like a timeline at the bottom. And if I just click on this one, for example, you'll see that this is the Oculus Rift. You'll see that we have, the image, then we've got the text here. And what we can do is we can click on any one of these slides, and drag it down on top, and I don't know if you saw that change, you'll see that we've now got kind of a slightly different layout here, which I think actually looks a bit better. And so essentially we can drag these animations into the timeline, and we can drag here to create a new one, or drag on top of an existing one to replace that with a new animation. Another thing is that you'll notice that we have like countdown features. We have this little kind of tab here which explains what type of animation we have. So this is a countdown, and the countdown's kind of like a very short animation at number 10, at number 8. The features is really the meat and potatoes of what we're trying to do. It's going to list the features. All that product data that we've put in over here is going to be what appears, the pluses, the minuses, the images that we've entered. That's what's going to appear in the features. We also have another section which is intro, which is if you want to have like an introduction. So like the top 3 products you've got here, you want to have that come in the top virtual reality headsets and have all 3 of them come in, and there's a few kind of intro animations. And then finally what we also have are other, and other is basically just kind of a random collection of various animations that you may want to include. So for example, you can have call to action, so maybe at the end of the video you want to have yourwebsite.com, so you want it to say thezentitan.com. So right at the end, thanks for stopping by, now visit thezentitan.com. And you can have like an annotation on your YouTube video, that can kind of be a good way to end the video. Let me just remove that. So the kind of others are some good ones. And you'll also notice with the others, we also have video animations, which are useful for including those video demos that I talked about. Another call to action, sign up to the newsletter, buy now, various kind of call to actions, Facebook as well, follow us on Facebook with like an annotation. There's all kinds of things here, all kinds of animations, but again, find one you like, drag it into the timeline. You can create a slide from scratch if you want, just by clicking here. And if you want to change one, just click and drag it on top of another animation. So once you're happy with everything, you can either click save, or you can click on preview and go over to the preview page, preview your animation, your video that you've just created. And once you're happy with it, you're going to want to click on either full HD to create a HD video, or quick render to create a quick low resolution render for those particular videos. And I think that pretty much covers it, guys, in terms of the and you see, by the way, there I just deleted a slide, which is why I couldn't save. Now I'm getting a preview and I can save. So let me just click on full HD, and you'll see this is now going to export at 1920 by 1080. You can see it's 40-second long, this particular video. Just click on render, it's going to create an MP4 file, and then from there I can then go and export that file into YouTube, and obviously start getting traffic for my keyword, which in this case is top VR headsets January 2017. So hopefully that all makes sense. One of my favorite tools in Zen Titan. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.